All right, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. All right, so welcome you, parents, students, and faculty. In case you wonder who I am, my name is William Yin. I'm a professor of mathematics. You said, why is Professor of Mathematics speaking here? So I'm the new chair for, we're going to add more words, Department of Business and Data Science. So the business and math has merged as a Department of Business and Data Science. But we also added computer science and manufacturing engineering under our umbrella. Okay, at some point, data science probably become another program under us. So I want to let you know that. So I want to welcome you. I want to congratulate all the ones receiving award, scholarship, and inducted into the Honor Society. Congratulations. Your work and effort has been recognized. However, I want you to just encourage you, whether you get an award, scholarship, or inducted Honor Society or not today, your work never stops. Okay? You're writing your own narrative. Okay? So continue to write your narrative the rest of your life. So my word of encouragement to you is keep writing your narrative. Welcome.
So I'm Cindy Beering, and I'm the program chair for the accountancy program here at LaGrange College. And I'm going to tell you about some outstanding accounting students that we have right now. So if you see in your program, we have some students who have won the Delta Mu Delta scholarships, and I want to tell you just how big that is. Delta Mu Delta, as you will hear in a little while when we do the induction ceremony, is an international honor society in business. So these students were competing against students throughout the world, and we had 2 winners at our little college this year. In the fall of 2024, the Delta Mu Delta Centennial Scholarship in honor of the Jablonski family was given to Madeline Orton. And the 2024 Delta Mu Delta Regional Award was given to Tristan Merson. You probably noticed these posters around the room. These are the work of the accounting students in Samantha 6 tax class. Samantha, would you stand for a moment? If you have a chance, when we finish, you really need to look at these posters because they are incredible. And these students have done some amazing work. And so if you are one of those students, I'm going to call your name. If you would just stand and we will clap for them when they all stand. So Jonathan Barrett, Michael Haas, Abby Hefner, Gabriel Lopez, Tristan Merson, Nicholas Misser, Madeline Orson, Martin Prelander, Brody Scott, and Davion Williams. Look at this work. It's just magnificent. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all? Doing well? I'm Dr. Clay Bolton. I'm your sports management professor. I've got the pleasure of having some people stand up and be recognized and giving out some awards a little later in the ceremony. But first is a group that I got to take to Liberty University last year. So I want JJ Fergosa, Kyle Moore, and Brett Gwynn to stand. Very thankful for you guys. We submitted a proposal to have an oral presentation at Liberty University's Leadership Summit. A few days before we took off for Lynchburg, Virginia, the organizers of the conference called me and they said, Dr. Bolton, we got a problem. And I said, oh, have we been rejected? Did something happen? They said, no, we're not going to let you do a breakout session. We're going to let you guys do a keynote during lunch on the second day of the conference. So these gentlemen were on stage and presented y'all in front of 300 people while they were dining at their lunch and did a fabulous job. So much so that students and faculty and even coaches and administrators from other schools came up and said, how did you guys pull off this alumni homecoming golf tournament with a sports management club in a class? So thank y'all for what you did. So their title was Combining an Introduction to Sports Management course with a Sports Management Student Club. And again, Kyle wasn't able to be here today, but JJ and Brett, thank you for that. Okay, we get the pleasure at LaGrange College, and I get the pleasure of seeing us combine athletic achievement with academic achievement in business and all of our classes, and really in other classes that you participate in on campus. So this is the 2023-24 USA South Atlantic Conference and Collegiate Conference of the South Academic All-Conference Team. So what an honor to recognize you folks today. So I'm going to ask you to stand, and we're going to hold the applause to the end if you don't mind. So Brandon Matson, you're up first. Benjamin Hollenbeck. Martine Blender. Jaden Smith. JJ Fergosi, you're back up again. Michael Haas, you're back up again. Tito Hernandez, please stand. Carson Royal. Nicholas Missert. Aiden Salmons. Jackson McKelvey. Connor Golden. Kenneth Howard. Jace Harrell. Hunter Ransom. Brody Scott. Hannah Barnett. Hunter Brooks. Jay Mavumba. Haley Redden. Riley George. Trenton Dillard. Abby Hefner. Evan Cram. Colin Slayton. Madeline Orton. Tristan Burson. Parker Lovett. Congratulations for being named all academic conference team members. Fantastic. All right, I get to give out the first two awards today. The Accreditation Council of Business Schools and Programs Outstanding Student Leadership Award is presented to a student who demonstrates exceptional leadership qualities and contributes to their business program. Got to say a little bit extra about this young man because he had to leave us for a short time, and to his credit, he came back to finish his degree, and not only finish his degree, but continue his career in coaching with Coach Wallace. And we are extremely proud of this year's ACB-SP Student Leadership Award winner, Jay Mavumba. I was going to say Kamaya, you said I had to say Jay. Is that right? Okay. You got to turn it around so you can see. Right there. That's awesome. Fantastic. Coach Mavumba.
Way to go, Jay. Good job.
That gets the heart going pretty good right there. It's good stuff. The Zachary Taylor Jr. Award for an outstanding senior in business is named for a longtime business professor at the college, Professor Zachary Taylor. It is given to the senior in the business program that the faculty deem as the most outstanding student. This year's recipient of the Zachary Taylor Jr. Award is Riley George. You don't have anybody here, it's a shame. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Good job. And now, Professor Bearden will present our next two awards.
Y'all know we accountants like to give out the cash, so I've got the cash awards here. And so the first award is the Jenny L. Hampton Award in Business. It's given to a student who shows promise in the field of business. This award is named for a former accounting professor, Jenny Hampton, who desired to recognize the potential of all students. Her former students and friends provided the endowment to provide this cash award. And this year, the Jenny L. Hampton Award goes to junior business student, Jace Harrell.
Share the money.
The Educational Foundation of the Georgia Society of CPAs provides an award for excellence in accounting studies each year, and the cash award goes to the senior with the highest GPA in accounting. However, Professor Sick and I had conversations in advance of looking at the GPAs, and we had already determined who this student would be, and this year's GSCPA award goes to Nick Missert.
Yeah.
see, we are about to make a little bit of transition in our program. The student officers of Delta Mu Delta are taking their places here at the front. I'm the faculty advisor for the Zeta Pi chapter of Delta Mu Delta, and I just want to tell you a little bit about our chapter. This chapter has twice won the Jablonski Award for the best chapter in the world. Because it's international, we get to say that, best in the world. This chapter also regularly receives the star chapter status from Delta Mu Delta. So I'm about to introduce this year's chapter officers, and then they will conduct the induction ceremony of our new members for this year. So our president this year is Madeline Orton. Our vice president is Jace Harrell. Our secretary is Tristan Merson. And our treasurer is Evan Graham. And one thing you will notice about those names is you've already heard them at least once today. So students, please conduct the ceremony.
Good afternoon, everybody. Delta Mu Delta is an international honor society established to recognize and reward superior scholastic achievement of students in business. The first chapter of the society was established by 5 professors at Harvard, Yale, and New York University in November of 1913. These educators believe that recognition should be given to outstanding business students. Specifically, the purpose of Delta Mu Delta is twofold. First, to promote higher scholarship and education for business, and secondly, to recognize and reward scholastic attainment in business subjects. Chapters were formed at other leading colleges and universities, and in 1952, a national chapter was organized for the purpose of binding the individual chapters into one cohesive unit. It is to the Zeta Pi chapter that you are now to be admitted, while your membership is in the society, wherever established and maintained. This honor must be earned by honest work and serious application to studies. Your success in college has brought you this recognition. We expect you, as members of Delta Mu Delta, to contribute to your school, your community, your profession, and to the society.
The name Delta Mu Delta stands for a Greek phrase which signifies through knowledge power when literally translated. Not the power of uncontrolled aggression, but the power to manage for social and economic good. Use the knowledge that you gain to extend the power of justice and truth. Knowledge should not be selfish nor self-seeking. The true student will seek and obtain knowledge for the greater purpose of helping others through sharing the knowledge and serving others. The badge of the society is the key, symbolizing the key which unlocks the treasure house of the universe. It is in the form of the Greek letter delta. On the front of the key appear the Greek initials of the society, and above them is a ship with sails set and colors flying, symbolizing the activities of business. The key and certificate are the tangible and visible evidence of the honor which you have attained. They should be worn and displayed proudly. While Delta Mu Delta is not a social society, we encourage your active interest in the affairs of the chapter and your helpful friendship for every member.
The Zeta Pi chapter is active on campus and in the community serving others. One of our service projects this year, we volunteered for Circles. On Thursday nights, Circles hosts a financial literacy class for adults while volunteers supervise the children. We assist by serving games, serving food, playing games, and having fun with the children while their parents took the class. For our second service project this year, we partnered with the LaGrange Student Athletic Advisory Committee. We volunteered at the Wellstar Enoch and Callaway Cancer Center to help register cancer survivors and others for Relay for Life. New inductees will decide what projects they would like to pursue next year.
First, I would like to congratulate all of you on your selection as members of the 32nd class of the Zeta Pi chapter of the Society. Delta Mu Delta membership is a symbol of the students' readiness to measure up to the responsibilities of the future. You have demonstrated this readiness by meeting the membership requirements of the chapter. Those requirements include completion of at least half the work for your degree, cumulative GPA of 3.25 or better, membership in the top 20% of your class, and approval of the business program faculty. Members of Zeta Pi chapter of Delta Mu Delta, we will now induct the newly elected members. Please present the student candidates.
Madam President, I present 6 new candidates for membership in Delta Mu Delta. Will our returning members and the candidates please rise?
Do each of you accept the purpose of Delta Mu Delta, and do you desire to be admitted into Delta Mu Delta? If so, say I do. Please read with me, in unison, the Delta Mu Delta Pledge, in which you will formally accept the purpose of Delta Mu Delta. I solemnly affirm to all those present and those who have preceded me that I will serve the society to the best of my ability. I will observe the society's bylaws and provide counsel and aid for my fellow members. In accepting membership into Delta Mu Delta, International Honor Society in Business Administration, I acknowledge the distinct honor that has been bestowed upon me. This pledge is evidence of my commitment to your fellowship. Please be seated. In recognition of your academic achievements and your pledge to the purpose of Delta Mu Delta, we will now present to you the key of the society. New members, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your certificate and key. Hunter Brooks. Riley George. Parker Lovett. Brandon Matson. Wyatt Moore. Martine Freelander.
Don't look. We have discussed that the certificates and keys are tangible symbols of membership in Delta Mu Delta, but there's one other. At graduation, seniors have the right to wear the Delta Mu Delta honor cords. And so at this time, I will present the seniors who have elected to do that with their honor cords. So when your name is called, if you will just come forward, and I will place the honor cord around your neck. The first student is Riley George. You stay down there so I can reach. Parker Lovett.
You may need to step up.
And Jay Lumumba. They will have their first opportunity to wear those in, what, about an hour or so with their caps and gowns. We mentioned earlier that some of our students had won Delta Mu Delta scholarships, so I want to encourage both our old and new members to apply for those scholarships. The deadline is June the 16th, and so it's coming up in the not too distant future. And so we have had luck with that in the past, so please do so. Also, new members, we have what we call our roll of honor over here on the table, and that's where we keep the signatures of everyone who's ever been inducted into our chapter. And so if you would, be sure that you sign that. We will also have a group picture right up here, one with the award winners if we could, and then one with all of the Delta Mu Delta members, former, current, whatever. If you're a Delta Mu Delta member, we'll get you up here. And before I finish, I'd just like to make one special thank you. And you've heard his name several times already. Jay, would you stand up one more time? Jay is our work study in the business department, and he has been very, very helpful in putting on this ceremony. He worked on the program and reminded students and did various things to help me do this. And so thank you so much, Jay, for your help. Congratulations to all of our honorees today. And those of you who received those 4 awards from the Department of Business, unfortunately, we're going to take them back for just a little while because we're going to represent them at the big meeting over at Callaway Auditorium on the big stage. So if you got a check, you get to keep that. I won't take it back from you. But if I could have the plaques and certificates back for a short time, we'll present them back to you for keeps at 4 o'clock at Callaway Auditorium. This concludes our ceremony of awards and recognitions. Thank you all so much for coming, and please take a moment to look at this wonderful research around the edge of the room. You're going to be very impressed with that. Thank you. Thank you.